starting recording.
Welcome everybody. It is Friday and we are in the third section. I believe last week we did
Golden Rooster.
Golden Rooster. So today there are a lot of repeat movements in the third section. So I think today it's going to be White Snake spits out its tongue, and then we'll go to Thrust Out Palm, I believe. So let's go through, starting with, should we start at the beginning? Yeah, let's start at cross hands, and we'll go all the way up to Golden Roosters. We'll see. Okay. All right. Let's just practice. Okay. So here we are at cross hands. Okay. Then we go to embrace the tiger, return to the mountain. Roll back. Press. Push. Diagonal, single whip. Wild horse, parts its mane. 1, 2. 3. Transition to ward off left. Remember to shift your weight, bring that left foot in, step out for ward off left. Ward off right. Roll back. Press. Push. Single whip. Fair lady works shuttles. 1. 2. 3. 4. 'Transition to ward off left. Make sure your left palm is up. Then we just step out. Ward off left. Right. Roll back. Press. Push. Single whip. Cloud hands. 1. 2. 3. Single width. Snake creeps down. Golden rooster stands on one leg. 1. 2. Repulse the monkey. 1. 2. 3. 4. Diagonal flying. Raise hands. Step forward. Flight crane. Spreads its wings. Left knee brush. Needle at the C bottom. Fan through the back. Okay, we'll stop here. Okay, anybody have any questions on any movement up to this point?
I have a question about the transition to repulse monkey. I didn't quite catch that. This is Allison.
Okay. So your question is how to go to repulse the monkey from Golden Rooster?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Okay, so we're like this, right? Yes, okay, so we're like this. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna sit. We're gonna sit. As you sit, the right arm's gonna circle down, the left arm's gonna rotate, and we're gonna step. Then just go into repulse the monkey, okay? So from here, sit means to lower yourself so that we can step on the floor. So as we start to lower, the right arm circles down, left arm rotates, palm facing up, and we step. Then go to repulse the monkey. Does that answer your question, Allison?
I think so. Thank you.
Okay, all right, good. Any other questions? Okay, that's a no. All right. So, you know, this third section's got a lot of repeat movements. So the repeat movements we're not going to have to go through. Because you guys have already gone through the second section. So I'm assuming that you have. Okay. So the next movement after fan through the back is called white snake spits out its tongue. White snake spits out its tongue is similar to turn body chop with fist. The only difference is at the end, instead of chopping, we're going to open up our fist palm so that our fingers are now open, okay? So this should be pretty quick. So from here, we shift back, we circle the arms, shifting back, make your fist. Then instead of chopping, at the last moment, open up your fist palm. Should be about eye height. Then shift your weight forward and strike, okay? So here, this is a strike to between the eyes. So that's why we open. So in this movement, try not to, everything's done at the same pace. So when you do this movement, try not to, okay, like it's a surprise, okay? So think of a flower kind of unfolding, just kind of slowly unfolding, and keep your fingers together as though they're in a fist, because we are striking using the fingers. to the bridge of the nose. So try not to open up your palm, your fingers. Keep them so that they're still in a fist-like position, okay? All right, so anybody have any questions on this? This should be pretty simple. Okay, all right, then from here, we go to step up, parry, block, and punch, ward off right, roll back, press, push. Then we go to single whip. Okay, and then from there, we go to cloud hands, and then from cloud hands, we go to single whip. Okay, so the next new movement we have is called thrust out palm. All right, so we're at high pat on horse. Make sure that your right hand is about throat height, okay? Because we're striking with the palm edge to the throat, okay? So we're in an empty stance, so the footwork's gonna be, we need to go into a bow stance. So we're gonna shift our weight back, we're gonna step wide enough for a bow stance, and then we're gonna move our weight forward, okay? Bella says make sure that you go into a good bow stance, okay? So from here, touching with the ball of the foot, we're gonna shift our weight back, lift the left foot off the floor, step wide enough for a bow stance, and then move our weight forward, okay? And we're gonna be going to the 9 o'clock direction, okay? So what are the arms doing? So from here, the right hand and the left arm, if you continue to think of how yin and yang work, okay, the right arm is going to come back. It's going to come in. The left arm is going to come forward. Okay. Again, this is not a strike to the throat. Actually, what we would be doing if we were really doing this is grabbing the throat. Okay. So when you do thrust out palm, make sure that your palm fingers are about throat height. Okay. So we're at high pat on horse. If I go this direction, okay, I'm going to shift my weight back and I'm going to step. Now, as I move my weight forward, the right arm's going to come back, the left arm's going to go forward, and I'm going to stop when I get into my bow stance. Now, the end position, your right palm should be on the upper part of your upper left arm, and your palm, the top of your palm should be touching your arm, okay? So try not to have your arm too far forward. We need for it to be a little bit more back, okay? But then at the same time, I need for you to be careful that you don't do this with your right elbow. Don't collapse in. Keep this rounded, stretching position as you're in this position here, okay? And it may not be exactly your palm, but the top part of your hand should be on the upper part of your left upper arm touching, okay? So it's just a lot to say. All right, so let me go this direction. So here we are at high pat on horse. Okay, we're gonna shift back and we're gonna step for our bow stance. We're on our heel edge. As we move our weight forward, right arm comes back, left arm comes slightly upward, and then we stop, okay? So make sure here that the top part of your hand is touching the upper part of your upper forearm. And so we look like this. Our shoulders will be just a little bit open. It won't be totally square, just a little bit open, okay? All right, so let's try that. So from high pat on horse, well, does anybody have any questions?
Nancy, I have a question. This is Susie.
Hi, Susie.
On your extended arm, you said we are going for the throat, but you're really extending off of your shoulder.
Yes.
So that's to the side. You're not turning your body so that your thrust is toward the center.
No, actually, when we go to do it in the form, it look like your left arm will be in front of your left shoulder. It's not going to be angled. But when you actually go to do it, the intention is to grab the throat, okay, and to squeeze the throat area, okay? So it would look kind of like like this, okay? Like this, okay? But we want it to look a little bit not so aggressive. So our end posture is gonna look like this. So it's kind of like white snake spits out its tongue, the opposite. But then this time now we have our other hand underneath the upper arm.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Judy, you had a question?
No.
Yes, yes, I have a question. Thank you. All right, back at white snake spits out its tongue, and you mentioned that when we do that, our fingers are really still closed as if a fist. And I wanted to know if you meant they were really still touching, or if there was a hint, because then when we pull it back and we get ready for parry, block, and punch, are they staying closed? And if so, when they come up for parry, block, and punch, that would be a different hand than a typical open hand. So I just wanted you to clarify that.
Okay, all right. So if you make a fist and you open up your fist, okay, what I don't want is I don't want you to spread your fingers, okay? So it's not gonna look like this. It's gonna look more like the natural palm that we have.
Oh, okay,
okay. So it should look like that.
Right, okay. I wanted to make sure you weren't telling us to really make them close,
yeah, no,
touching.
I don't squeeze your fingers together.
Right, okay.
Take a palm and just slowly open. It should keep that same shape.
Okay, natural palm. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. All right, any other questions? Okay, so let's try this. Okay, so we're at high pat on horse. All right, thrust out palm, shift weight, step, move weight forward, thrust out palm. Okay, now, is your right elbow collapsed in? If so, stand it up or extend it out a little bit, okay, so that you have space in your armpit. Okay, so we should end up looking like this. So try not to have your shoulders too square. It'll be a little bit more open, okay? All right, anybody have any questions on this? Okay, that's a no. All right, so the next movement is turn body, right heel kick. All right, so we're gonna make the 135-degree turn going towards the 3 o'clock direction. And okay, so let me, let's look at the footwork. Okay, so here we are at, I'll go the right direction. Here we are at the 9 o'clock direction. We're gonna move weight back and we're gonna turn, pivoting, and if you can, get your left foot to the point to the front right corner. Now, this is where it's gonna be a little bit different. We're gonna shift our weight to the left leg. We're gonna turn our hips and we're gonna stand up. So now the right knee should be pointing to the 3 o'clock direction. Then from here, we're gonna do a right heel kick and bring it back in. Okay, all right, let's try that again. Okay, move weight, turn, pivoting, shift weight to the back leg, turn your hips, stand up. Now your right knee should be pointing straight to 3 o'clock. Then from here, change your foot, kick with the heel, bring your foot back in. Okay, so this should be pretty simple. All right, so let's try it. So what are we going to do with the arm? Okay, the right arm is going to stay the same as we turn. When we shift back, I want you to rotate the right arm, bring in the left arm, and cross the arms and stand up. Okay, so from here, we turn, then the right arm is going to rotate so that now we have our crossed hands. We're going to stand up and then we're going to kick, okay? All right, so let's try that. So from here, shift back, Keep your arms the same shape. Turn, keeping the arms the same shape. As you shift back, rotate the right arm. Cross your arms. Stand up, kick, bend the knee. Okay? All right, let's do it one more time. From here. Turn body, cross kick. Back, turn. Back, cross your arms, stand up, kick, bend your knee. Okay, how's this? Anybody have any questions on this?
Hi, Nancy, Kathy. When I turn, my feet look great, but my body wants to aim for the corner and not, what would it be? Not 3 o'clock is. So there must be something going on with the waist I'm missing, how we're making that turn.
Okay, so the turn is the mirror image of a single whip. It's the same thing as turn body, chop with fist. So do this footwork, you know, we shift back and then we turn, we pivot, right? Then we shift back. Now here, what I need for you to do, because generally then what we would do is, you know, we pick up this foot and then we would step, right? But instead, I want you to pick up this foot and stand up.
Okay, that was easier. Thank you.
All right, good. Any other questions? I like it when things are easy, so that's good. Any other questions?
It's Dee Dee. Could you just go over one more time the timing of making our, of changing our arms there right before the kick, of making the crossed arms, the double ward off, and versus when we start to actually kick? And my assumption is that we have to have our arms in place before we start to come up.
That's before you kick. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's go this direction. Okay. So we shift back and we turn. So my arms are the same as when I started. Now, when I shift back is when my arms are going to change. Then my right arm's going to rotate and my left arm's going to come in and I stand up. Then I kick.
Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. Okay. Any other questions? Oh, that's a no. All right. So let's take it from single whip, high pat on horse, thrust out palm, turn body, cross kick. Okay. So here we are at high pat on horse. No, did I say single whip? Okay. High pat on horse. Okay. All right. So from here, thrust out palm. Turn body. Cross kick.
Nancy, this is just a semantics thing, but why is it called a cross kick when it's just a heel kick?
Well, that's a good question. Originally, it was a kick towards the corner direction, but now it's a kick to the straight direction. So, you know, before it was a kick to the corner. Now it's a kick to the straight direction. So, so you can say turn body, right heel kick, but in the name of it in the form is still cross kick. So,
But we don't do it cross kick anymore. We do the right heel kick.
yeah, we just do right.
So it's retained the same name, even though it really isn't doing the cross kick movement anymore.
Right. I will say that there's a couple of movements that have been changed. You know, when we did striking tigers, strike tigers used to be to the diagonal direction. but Grandmaster Yang Jindua decided that because the saber was at 12 and 6 o'clock, that the hand form, you know, should be 12 and 6 o'clock. So, okay. So, so there have been a couple of movements that have been different. Okay, so Michael has just showed me that the other way is, you know, we go like this, and then our arms go to the straight direction, but the kick is to the corner. So so that's you know how they did the cross kick. So there have been a couple of modifications to the form since, you know, from Yang Chung Fu. So his son, Grandmaster Yang Jindua, have made those changes. So
Well, great, thank you.
okay. So yeah, no, you can call it turn body right heel kick, but you know, it's still named cross kick. Okay, so let's take it from. Oh, does somebody else have a question?
Yeah, this is Julie. I just want to ask a question. Well, after you turn 135 degrees into another corner, then you raise your leg up. What does your body keep going, turning to 180 or keep 135?
It'll go to 180 degrees because we're going 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock direction.
Yeah.
So our footwork will be 135 degrees, but our direction will be 180 degrees. So going from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock.
Thank you.
Okay. So we know then that the left foot, our supporting leg, has got to be 45 degrees from the kicking direction. Okay. Okay. All right. Any other questions? All right, so what I want to do is I want to go from single whip to, you know, whenever I think of Golden Rooster, I always think of the Chinese name first. So when and that's the only movement that I always think of the Chinese name first. So we're going to go from single whip to snake creeps down to Golden Rooster, and then we'll do the whole sequence up to cross kick. Okay. All right. So here we are at single whip. Then we go to snake creeps down. Step up. Golden Rooster stands on one leg. 1, 2. Step back. Repulse the monkey. 1, 2, 3. Diagonal flying. Raise hands. Step forward. White crane spreads its wings. Left knee brush. Needle at the C bottom. Fan through the back. Turn body, white snake spits out its tongue. Parry, block, and punch. Step up to right ward off. Roll back. Press. Push. single whip. Cloud hands. 1, 2. Three. Single whip. Okay, high pat on horse. Sorry. Thrust out palm. Turn body. Cross kick. How's that? Sorry, I had a momentary lapse of memory. Anybody have any questions?
Yeah, how about the, it's a little thing, but could you go over the transition from white snake spits out its tongue to parry, block, and punch? Is that the same kind of transition that we would do from
Chop with fist?
Chop with fist?
Yeah.
And how is it different given that our hand is open when we make our fist for parry, block, and punch?
So it would be like a normal parry, block, and punch, because now we have an open palm. Whereas with when we have chop with fist, we have a fist. So we don't have to make a fist. So from here, you know, the right hand comes in front of the shoulder, we come to the body center, and then we just do the normal parry, block, and punch.
Like the first one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Yeah, oftentimes, you know, what we see is a common mistake people make is, you know, they'll do, you know, white snake spits out its tongue, and then they'll come up here and they'll have a fist already. So remember to keep your open palm. It's just like the first step up, parry, block, and punch. Yeah. Okay, good question. Anybody else have any questions? No? Okay. So let's take it again from high pat on horse. Oh, okay, Michael's saying single whip. Let's do single whip to snake creeps down. Oh no, to high pat on horse. Let's do that, to high pat on horse. And we'll do this last sequence. Okay, so here we are here at single whip. Then from here, we go to high pat on horse. Thrust out palm. Turn body. Cross kick. Okay. Anybody have any questions?
Yes, Nancy, on the cross kick, your arms are at 3 o'clock, but you said your leg goes to the diagonal?
No, our arms, when we do cross kick, our arms are towards the corner direction.
Oh.
And then we kick straight.
Oh, we kick straight. Oh, okay.
We're kicking to the straight 3 o'clock direction.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions? Okay, so your job this week is to practice from snake creeps down to golden rooster all the way to turn body cross kick. Okay, and for those of you that attend Judy's guided practice tomorrow at 10:30, Judy, are you going to go over these movements as well?
Yes, we certainly will. We were going, yes, this is section 3 practice, yes. So for people who haven't come, we start with section 1, we'll be working on a portion of section 2, and then we'll do section 3 and concentrate on the new moves, including the roosters, which are still pretty new for some people. So yeah, we'll do all of these.
Okay, all right, wonderful. And then on Sunday, we have our whole form practice at 2 o'clock. This week, Fanny is going to be leading our practice. So she's Ed's husband, Ed Juan's husband. So,
Wife.
Oh, wife, I'm sorry. So she's Ed's wife. And so she'll be leading the practice this Sunday at 2 o'clock. Anyway, I hope you can join everybody. And I will see you next week, or I may see you soon. You just never know. All right, any other questions before we close? Okay, that's a no. All right, we'll close class. Thank you for coming. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.